take your coffee, grab your seat, and let's discuss about 10 questions you have to ask your fiance before you say I do. Hi, I'm Lily Michelle, and welcome to Family and Wealth, where we empower family, achieve financial freedom, live happy lives, and fulfill their God-given purpose. If that sounds appealing to you, click on the subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Well, he dropped on his knees and you say, yes, I will. And all seems rosy. You're so in love. You're planning for your wedding and you're so busy with all the activities with your wedding planner. Talking about finances will not sound as exciting, but it will have a bigger impact on your future together. In this two-part series, we will discuss about 10 questions you need to ask your fiancé before you say I do. This video especially will focus on the 5 first questions. The first question you should ask is, what is your income, assets, and saving? Before you get married, you have to disclose how much you have in savings, what type of assets you have, maybe you own a home, you rent a home, what type of income, is it stable, there's a variable pay, do you contribute towards your retirement, how do you do that, do you have a business? All those questions need to be discussed and truthfully answered and shared. We're talking here about the stage where you already have a wedding day plan, you're really working towards marriage, you're already in your preparation, and it's part of your financial marriage counseling. You need to have those conversations with your future husband or future wife. Knowing how much income both of you have help you assess what is in the financial bucket of the family. So how much financial power do we have at the moment, and design a little bit your life or your budget together, and what will be the next steps of growing or keeping or maintaining this level of income assets. Second question is, how much debt or liability do you have? Here you want to go in details. How much do you own? What type of loan is it? Is it student loan? How much do you have in student loan? Car loan, mortgage? Have you ever co-signed on anything with a friend or family or anybody else? What is your credit score? Do you have to pay alimony or child support? All those type of questions have to be answered, and is the right place to write them down so you really understand what are the monthly payments that you need to make after you get married, interest rates of all those loans, and it has to be disclosed by both you and your partner. You also have to know if there's any history of bankruptcy, for example, in the life of one another. Again, bankruptcy can hinder you from taking loans and investment, mortgage, and those type of things for the next 7 years. So if you have been in a bankruptcy, you need to disclose that to your fiancé. The third question is, do you want to have children? Having children is a wonderful experience, and I do have a few of them. It's really wonderful, but we have to acknowledge it is not as easy financially. It comes with a financial responsibility, and it has to be planned in the right manner, especially in the US or the Western society. Having children is quite expensive. So you want to know first, do you want to have children? How many of them? Want to discuss about the timing for those children. Are we going to have a child right after marriage in the first year? That can impact a lot your financial stability, especially if you have a lot of loans and debts that you need to take care of at the same time. So you want to know that. You also want to know what you guys think about anybody amongst you wants to stay home or be a stay-at-home parent. In most cases, the mother. So you want to know that. If one of you plan to be a stay-at-home parent, is this something that is realistic to do? Or is it something that even morally or in terms of value, your spouse agreed to? So these things have to be discussed. I know you have a better conversation once you're closer to getting a child, but it's good to at least know and judge a little bit where your fiance or future spouse stands on those topics. Another big question, will you have joint or separate finance? This is a big one. This is a big one. And this is for alignment. Some people want to, combine everything together, others don't. I have my opinion on it. Maybe in a future video, we will discuss about what is the best way for a couple to handle finance. But at least at this stage, you need to be in alignment. If you want separate account, if you want joint account, there has to be an agreement amongst between both of you and your fiance. So if you're, for example, deciding to have a separate account, how you contributing towards the bills of the family, the expenses of the family, that also you need to know. Next question, who is going to be in charge of the administrative part of the finances of the family? And for this, we recommend that the person who is the most skilled in managing money to take that load. And if both of you are really, really disciplined, then you guys can share the task amongst each other. But we're talking here about who's going to pay the bills, who's going to swipe the credit card, set up all those automatic payments and those type of things. Make sure that we're not losing money because bills are paid late and there are late fees. And so somebody needs to take that responsibility to make sure that financially the family is running. In my case, I do that because I love it. I love doing the budget and those type of things. And I'm very good at it. And we suggest that the person who's good at it should do it in the couple. I know some cultures, they will say, oh, the man has to be the one handling money. No, marriage is partnership and who is better should do it. But there has to be transparency to the other partner. Last question is, do you want to have a prenuptial agreement? I just dropped the bomb. Prenuptial agreement. Well, total disclaimer, it's not for most couples, especially those that are just getting married for the first time. You don't have no asset, nothing. We're not talking prenuptial agreement, okay? But prenuptial agreement becomes important when we're talking about second, third marriage. And from the previous marriage, there are kids involved, there are assets that needs to go to those kids. They has to be protected, okay? I know we're in love. We think that when we love, everything will fall in alignment, but that's not the case. And we need to protect all parties. Also, when there's a big discrepancy among the people getting married, maybe you don't have nothing and you're getting married to a billionaire. Yes, there will be a prenuptial agreement. Okay, so that's our recommendation. So if you're in your engagement period, waiting to get married, please take the time to do this exercise with your future spouse and let us know in the comment how it went. You can also send us a message privately if you have any questions or anything that you want to go deeper into. We're always available. I'm always available to answer. And don't forget to check out our next video where I will talk also about the next 5 questions that you need to ask your future spouse. Stay tuned.